Okay, so my topic was nursery rhymes, and I made a little poster board, again, because I feel like it's easier to remember. Um, so I made cute little pictures too. So I got Humpty Dumpty, I got Hickory Dickory Dock, I got Hey Diddle Diddle, and then I have Baba Black Sheep. So I just thought I'd make it a cute little poster board. So for my classroom, I'm just gonna kind of read it and talk. So I would teach my class about nursery rhymes. This will be for a kindergarten class. So I would get into like the definition of nursery rhymes. So it is defined as a simple traditional song or a poem. And then I would ask if they know what traditional means, which is celebrations passed down and continued. So then I would also get into ask like if they have any traditions that they do at home, like putting up a Christmas tree every year, or candles for Hanukkah, or a favorite dinner that is a dish that is made every Thanksgiving. Just things like that. Just things that they can remember or that excite them every year. So my classroom environment would have stories and pictures of Humpty Dumpty, Hickory Dickory Dock, Hey Diddle, Baba Black Sheep, Fork and the Spoon, just things like that. Just a whole bunch of nursery rhyme books, just a variety. And then I would dig a little deep on the stories behind them that they've been around and used for many years. So I would just explain to them about the nursery rhymes, just about how they've been used every year. I mean, for many, many years. So the room will have stuffed animals or puppets that represent the characters in the story. I also would bring in eggs and materials for them, like markers and paint to make their own Humpty Dumpty. And so this is a little example. I'll show you in a minute. I would bring in tissue, strings, and small paper cups for a parachute, and that would like teach them the problem solving. So, yes. So I was thinking that it would be a cute little project of the Humpty Dumpty to just have materials that they can make their own, on the egg. Obviously, they would be boiled eggs that I would bring in. And then I would bring like the parachute idea in, like how we can avoid it next time from being cracked. So I think I did it in high school once. Not in high school, elementary school, where we did like a parachute thing with the egg. So you get like a little paper cup, very small ones, cheap, and you put it in there, and then you kind of just get this like very thin string, and then like for a tissue for the parachute, and then you drop it, and it usually just comes down slow. And so they could just learn the problem solving from that, or change their own scenario of it if they don't like it how it ends, because there's a lot of nursery rhymes that I feel like have like a dark ending, and or they can get pretty dark. Like even like the cradle, it will fall. Humpty Dumpty, they couldn't put them back together again. So there's just some of them that don't have a perfect ending, and if they don't like that, then we can kind of problem solve or change a little bit. So I would point out to the class the different rhymes. Yeah, so I would point out the class the different rhymes as I play for them the nursery rhyme songs. So it would be easier and more enjoyable for them to follow along with the story that's in front of them, and they would also feel proud. It's almost like they feel like they're reading, like they can read along. And like they're reading along as they hear the music, and they can learn the rhymes with it. So when the children listen and sing to nursery rhymes, they develop wonderful reading and writing skills. Rhyming helps with literacy because it teaches children language and sounds. It is a very memorable experience. Rhyming also helps the children predict. They are also learning math and literacy as they learn about music, like in be math because of like the patterns, the notes, and the number of beats. And then language and literacy when they learn the terms. So it'd be like they're learning the definition of rhyming, or things like that. Kindergarten. So I would be teaching kindergarten with this. So kindergartners learn to match and classify sounds and can reproduce musical patterns. Music positively affects the brain development and enhances long-term memory. As I introduce the music, as I'm introducing the music in the classroom, There will also be a large open carpeted area open just for them to just move around, which is very, very good for them to do. And easier for them just to remember things. They can get up and move. They're using their brain. They're learning the stories. And no better way than when you're rhyming things and you hear beats and music and repetitive things. As the interest changes, I would include the families and cultures. So it would be amazing to have not only English, but their home languages of their favorite nursery rhyme book as well involved. We could create dance stories, so we could act out the nursery rhymes together. This would give them a better way to understand like the setting of the story and to identify the characters better, as because they can be the characters themselves. And it would also be great just to include the families in there, so the families could just be involved with it, come and see them perform or act it out. And obviously there would be, to document things, I would be taking pictures, I would be writing down the questions and the discussions and their interest and answers and just how they feel about all of it. And then, email pictures. Definitely keep everyone involved. So my boyfriend made this egg for me. We boiled it. I was gonna act out the story. It's boiled. And we have his little hands right there. There's a little crack, but I think I'm just gonna act out a story and it could drop. And then we could just say, oh no, so what do you think we could do to prevent him from cracking next time? Or from falling, so. And then he had a hat. We used the top of a strawberry for the hat, and then just markers, and it stays on pretty well. And so it'd be something like this. What could I use I'll use this. Okay, this could be the wall. Okay. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Oh my gosh, wait a second. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Had a great fall. And then he falls. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. So, there's a little crack right there. But it's like, it wouldn't be too much of a mess. I feel like, and we could, there's just in the play area, I could include just a variety of, so we could just have horses, because all the king's horses and all the king's men, just little things like that, just to include in the play area, stuffed animals, different things that are in the story, definitely, just bring those in, like the cow, we could bring a stuffed animal cow, or we can make puppets, black sheep, and then we got a tiny mouse, and just eggs. I hold on to the egg one. I feel like there's a lot of cute activities that the kids would be interested in with that specific nursery rhyme. And it would be a fun project, and they would be learning a lot as well with the math and literacy. And then we can just 100% incorporate the music in it, because they are nursery rhymes. They are singing, they are learning, they are being actively involved. And yeah, so I think that this would be I think this was a very cute topic. I feel like a lot of people know about nursery rhymes and growing up, and it's like you don't realize until you get older how they kind of get some of them get a little dark, but they're still fun, and it's like they hold a place somewhere in our heart, And I have this book. It's for my son. It's a big, I think it's called 365 Nursery Rhymes or Stories, and it has a whole bunch of them in there in that one book. So that would even be cool just to show, or just to keep on hand, They could have the separate ones, and you can just, for the teacher, could just open up, it's in there, just one big book, instead of having a whole, bunch. You just have it on hand, okay, we want to read this one, and then they have theirs, and you have yours, but, so yeah, I would definitely, with music and the movement, yeah, they would definitely learn a lot from this. Music would 100% be involved. I also wrote something else down, about them acting out the story, yes, the settings, They'd understand this setting when they act out the stories and perform, just to get into character, get into the story more, and they'd have a better understanding of it. Yeah, I think it would be really fun for a kindergarten class. Yeah, so see ya.